Okay, so this is we had a panel of a few different girls of different rankings come up and kind of share their experience and their tips. And I wrote down some of those tips. Some of the things that I got that really helped was learning to be relatable. So just being honest with your team members and then your customers as well, and letting them know that, hey, like, I'm relatively new in this business as well, and I'm learning just like you are. There may be a few things that I know that you don't know yet just because I've been in the game for a little bit longer, but there is still so much knowledge out there that we have to learn yet, and we're all learning at the same time. Um, ooh, Following up. So this, I felt like I needed to do a better job of this. Following up with your customers, following up with your team members, checking in on them, seeing how they're doing, because sometimes they get lost in the crazy game of life as well and kind of fall off the bandwagon. So it's good to follow up with them and make sure that they're doing okay and that they are getting all the help and the resources that they need in order to succeed as well. Another thing that people suggested was having a team partner slash success partner. So what that means is having somebody to kind of ride this crazy roller coaster ride with you. So that's why it's important to sign up your best friend. Have your best friend do it too, and then you guys can like talk to each other and like, vent to each other or like geek out with each other when things happen. I've had a couple team partners and it's been awesome. I have a few team partners and it's so nice to be able to talk to somebody else about this stuff and just kind of like have a conversation, because I can't go to some random person down the road who doesn't know what Senegence is and just be like, oh my god, isn't this so awesome? Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about that, that's a good idea, because that's marketing. Maybe I should do that. And see if they'll buy some lit scents. Okay. Lead by example. So do the things that you want your downlines to do. Ordering versus selling. I kind of mentioned this in the leader video, or leading a team video. So you want to not think about how much PV you're getting in terms of ordering, but what you're selling. So don't think of it as like, oh my gosh, I just spent on so much money on this stuff because I'm trying to build my inventory. I just ordered 300 PV. Think of it as you're about to sell 300 PV. That way you'll be more motivated to actually go out and sell that product, and make sure that you do, because you want to make that money. Okay. Training videos. Watch training videos. There's so many groups that have good training videos. One that was suggested to me that has good training videos is Sadie's Ladies. Sadie is spelled SADIE', Ladies. Balance. Having balance. So having a balance between the business and then like your family, and then most of us have day jobs, so like having a balance between all those things is really key. Yes, that is the truth. Okay. Some of the girls do audiobooks for personal development. I honestly don't have time to read. Most of you guys know how crazy busy my life is. I wish I had time to read because I love reading and I used to read all the time, but I really just don't. So that's another thing, audiobooks. A lot of people are saying like they don't have time to physically sit there and read because they need to multitask too. So they'll purchase an audiobook and just have it playing while they're doing the laundry, or while they're washing dishes, or while they're doing work that they have to take home. So audiobooks. Two suggestions for audiobooks is How to Be a Badass and Get Over Your Damn Self. I don't know what those books are about, but based on the titles, they sound pretty freaking awesome. The whole Get Over Your Damn Self, I think, from what I remember, is that they were talking about how you just really have to get out of your own head, essentially. Stop thinking about all the things that you think everybody else is thinking, because it's not. 99% of the time, it's the only person thinking those things are you. So that sounds like a really good one. I wish I had the time to read it, but maybe I will go find the audiobook for it. Okay. Time management. There is a webinar by Jenny Hemingway about time blocking. They suggested to watch that. Okay. There are certain communication threads that people do. So some teams will have a communication thread that's like titled Maidens to Be. If you guys think that's a good thing to do, let me know, and I will go ahead and start one, because I know there are certain people who have signed up who strictly just want their own personal discount, and there are other people who are like, no, like I want to make some money from this, and I want to climb up the top and make money and just play with makeup and potentially retire by the age of 30. So if that's you, let me know, message me. Okay. Ooh, signing up salons and boutiques. Morgan Foster said that salons and boutiques, on average, when they sell lip scents in their shops, on average profit $1,000 in the first week. Who could use an extra $1,000? I know for sure I can. So that's a good selling point to any salon and boutiques. I literally have not had the time to go and what they call hit the pavement by going and walking around and pitching this to all these little places. But you cannot sign up any franchises, and a franchise is considered any place that has more than 3 shops of the same name. So you can't go and into like a salon centric and have them sell it out of their store, because that's against policy or compliance. Oh, learn about the store before you go in there. So you want to learn about what products they are that they're selling, who is the market that they're marketing to, what kinds of demographics usually shop in that store, learn about the owner, and if you do, that'll make it a lot easier to pitch this to them and to have them be open to selling Senegence or lip scents in their store. Oh, what came up was so Senegence is pretty lax in terms of like your affiliation with other MLM companies, but once you hit the rank countess, you cannot be a leader in any other MLM company. Which, why would you want to be? Because this is the best one. Seriously, the best one. I mean, I might be a little biased, but like based off of everything that I've learned about the company and the person who built this company from the ground up, like that's the type of person that I see myself as a leader. So I have full faith and full confidence in Joni and in the company because of the values and integrity that she embraces. Okay, moving on. Charge back commissions if distributors quit. Oh, so people ask questions about if you have a distributor quit, if you will get charged for the commissions that you made off of them. So say Sally decided to quit, and in the month of July, the same month that she ended up quitting, she had a 300 PV order. If she quits, then if you're only making 10% on that, so you're getting $30 from that, then you will be charged that back on your next commission statement. Like they'll deduct that from you, I believe, yeah. But there are saying not to be too worried about that because that happens to like less than 1% of the people in the company. This one I have to ask. I asked this question about how the company buys back stock if you do decide to quit, and I was told they buy it back at 90% with a 10% restocking fee. So I don't know what that 90% means. I don't know if that 90% means at the 50% wholesale value that they buy it back at. So for a gloss is $20, so 10 PV. So then what I'm thinking is if the company buys that back, you essentially, if you placed 750 PV and then got that 50% order, then you would get $9 back for that one loss. But if you didn't buy it at that big of a rate or like at that big of a discount, so you're losing out on more money. So if you, like, for example, purchase it at 20% discount, so you paid $18 for that lip gloss, then they would only give you $9 for it because they pay it at 90% of the wholesale value, which is half of the retail price. But Morgan Foster said that she's going to for sure look that up and then get back to me, which I need to follow up and check on that with her. Oh, the RMA issue. So if you have returned anything yet, I haven't. I have a like little growing collection of things that I need to RMA though. They're saying that people are getting dinged twice for taxes. Corporate is currently working on a solution. I don't know when they're going to come up with a solution, but I'm sure they'll make it, they'll send an email about it. They always send an email about big stuff like that. Okay, income taxes. What Morgan does is she sets aside 50% of her commissions for income tax just to be absolutely certain that she's not going to have to pay back the government when she files for taxes. And then apparently in the state of Michigan, you cannot call the tax that you pay or like charge other people, your customers, tax. You have to call it a handling fee. So that's why Senegence calls theirs a handling fee, because they can't necessarily call it a tax. They just charge you what they have to pay the state that you come from. And if you're not charging your customers this handling fee that is at the same rate of the percent sales tax in your state, you're losing out on a ton of money, because you have to pay that full price when you order, place an order in the back office. And I don't know if you guys knew that, and I'm pretty sure you all do, because you're like, wait, this doesn't add up. Why am I getting, like, why is this cost $70 more than what I calculated in my head? So make sure you're charging your they call it like a pass off or a pass through, because you're just passing that that fee along. So make sure you are charging your customers the handling fee. Okay. That's it for that video, the panel. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because the next section is pretty long. Okay, done with this one.